Good morning, this is Rafecal. Jumping right back in, right where I left off in the Palace of Darkness. Yeah, it should be pretty straightforward here. Oh, that's right. We're gonna automatically show up there later, so we're not gonna go in there right now. This is the Zelda Randomizer. We've got very, very little left, so we're basically going through the dungeons. I'm gonna be a little more thorough with this one because I don't hate it. At least I'm honest. Basically what we need right now is, Basically what we need right now is flippers. And then we'll have everything we need to beat the game. I totally forgot about the fact that I didn't have flippers. I did try the fake flippers glitch, which takes advantage of some screen scrolling, but I was not successful. I haven't ever practiced the trick before. I watched a little tutorial video on it, but yeah. Oop. I'm being dumb. Okay. This is the same reason I get into fights in Lufia. Okay. So, one thing I have learned from playing this randomizer is that the silver arrows in this game are super OP. They are so powerful, and it's one of those things where you would never know it unless you played something where you get them out of order. Because it just doesn't come up often enough. And wow. You know what? Screw it. I'll come back for the chests, honestly, but I kind of want to show off these short routes too. So as long as you've got the bow and the hammer, you can beat this level. And it's a pretty quick little, like, route to get up to this room because they're counting on you not having the hammer. Or not being able to flip the switch to keep those blocks down there. That being said, if you have the hammer, this level is really short. Random other note, since I just realized it, you need the boss key to beat this level. Yep, I'm a smart one. Okay. Nope. By the way, in case you were ever curious, the hammer does the same amount of damage as the red sword. So right now the hammer and the sword are doing the same damage. If you happen to not find a good sword during one of these runs, it's really handy to get the hammer, because it can do... A lot of the bosses can't be damaged by the normal sword. Need to go back over here and bomb that again, because I have a key now. I don't have any of the dungeon items. That's unfortunate, because that means that I've still have a pretty good chance of finding the map and compass, which I don't want to find, really. The good routing for this, by the way, would have been, if I had that key right away, I can do all of these things in all of these areas in sequence, and it's a lot faster. A lot more efficient. But I didn't, so I had to go back through it all again. Okay, we're just gonna rush through this part. I do not know the bomb jump here. That's one of the other little things that kept coming up in races. There is a way where you can skip this side room. I don't know if it's actually, or why it's actually faster, or if it is. That's not a useful item. We still don't have the big key, do we? Oh, good. I was about ready to be very frustrated with myself as I got to the big chest without the key. I mean, we've got to check all the chests anyway, but... Map? Awesome. Not actually awesome, but it means that the boss might drop something useful. Again, one of the neat things about some of the races that I've watched is seeing that being done in the dark. It's really impressive. I am not that talented. Okay. There are 2 chests down here. That's a lot of rupees that I have nothing to do with. I don't remember for sure if I went to Zora's Domain yet. I'm pretty sure I did. Random little trick there. Okay. I believe... I thought you could get through there fast enough. Oh well. We'll go around. Do it the normal way. I know there's a way to get through that. I'm just not 100% sure what it is. Or I just wasn't fast enough. Honestly, if I had the boots, that might have been enough. That's the wrong way. I'm kind of blanking out right now, sorry. See if I'm remembering this correctly. I think this should take me where I'm trying to get. Yes. I'm gonna make a quick pit stop, even though I'm pretty good on health, just to make sure. I didn't mention it earlier, but this is one of those places where the Cane of Samaria can be really useful. Or, yeah, Cane of Samaria. By the way, I just realized as I said that, I think when I was fighting Blind at the very beginning of the last video, I said Cane of Samaria, and I meant Cane of Berna for how to fight Blind. Also, I will laugh if Mike brings that up in the comments again, and I correct myself later in the video. Pretty sure we got all the chests. Nifty little trick there. King Helmasaur dies from 1 silver arrow. Again, silver arrows are awesome. Well, I mean, my choice at this point is either to backtrack to a couple caves or try this trick again, or both. Haha! Okay, so that was the fake flippers glitch. I somehow managed to pull that off. Basically, there is a frame where once you fall in the water, there are 2 frames of animation before Link drowns. So if you time it right with that screen transition, there's only like a couple spots you can do it, but there's if you time it right with that screen transition, you basically trick the game because it transitions before it figures out that Link is in trouble. It's a weird little glitch. It's only in the Japanese version of the game, which this is based on. And, again, it is possible to beat the randomizer seeds without that. It is not programmed in a way that you would need it. It just saves you time. I'm just not dealing with these penguins. Oops. That was not what I was trying to do. Oh well. Too late. I am gonna try another trick here. Once I get to it. Again, as soon as I find the big key, we're good. At this point, I genuinely don't have anything else that I desperately need, although, I mean, fighting Ganon with where we're at is probably going to be a pain, but that's okay. Okay. I'm taking a deep breath and going into potential glitch mode here. So, from where you first come in, oh, okay. Let me try this again. You first come in, go left until you're on the edge, turn around, and wait for the fire bar. Place the bomb. Oh wait, no, it was his hat. Okay. I did it wrong. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try this a couple times and then we're gonna give up. It should be straight left to the edge. Okay, fine. But only because of the beeping. Speaking of, I hate the beeping. So, what I was trying to do there is called a bomb jump. Basically, instead of going through the whole dungeon in 2 cycles, if you do the bomb jump correctly, you can do it in 1, because the pegs stay down. Specifically, the pegs you need in order to push the blocks. Which, if you're familiar with this dungeon, you will understand, and if not, then you will not. Apparently, swinging your sword affects the ice physics. No big key yet, so we're not gonna go down there. I remember some of these other tricks here. I don't know why I didn't know about that little trick with the ice physics and the sword. It seems like it makes sense, and it's just never something that I'd really tried before. Did I do something wrong, or am I missing something? It must be down. I did something in the wrong order. There's like half my magic. Hey, that's the thing I was missing. Awesome. Okay. This is another one of those things where if you happen to not get the hammer, you can miss out on this chest. Big key. I'm gonna finish this just because we're almost there and because I have to do the loop anyway. Got the key. Awesome. So I believe this. It's going to really annoy me, like it always does. So there's another little trick there. While blocks are moving, they aren't considered to be part of the same layer of sprites. So you can actually clip through them with the hook shot. As long as you've got something to grab onto. I apologize for the incessant beeping. I'm gonna be really upset if I have to do this whole thing again. Oh wait, that's right. I don't have to do it on a second loop on the palace. Haha! As long as I don't die, then I'll have to do a second loop anyway. But a different second loop. This could be bad. I'm going to hit the little tiny enemy and be really embarrassed if I get killed by them. Well, let's see if I can beat Cold Stare with one heart. And blue mail. Time for our best friend, Mr. Cape. Awesome. I really love the cape. It's one of those items that I almost never get when I'm just casually playing through the game, and it is so useful. So hey, got all the dungeons. That was all the dungeons. We've got all the crystals. Now here's one of the random little tricks. You know, we don't have to beat the pendant dungeons. There's 3 dungeons that require, or that give you pendants, and 7 crystals. We don't need to beat the ones that give us, don't need to beat the ones that give you pendants. There's a chance that there's good items there. One of the other tricks from the game in general, which I will now be using since I got level 5 cleared, when you get the 5th and 6th crystals, regardless of where they are, that unlocks Mr. Bomb. In the randomizer, there are 2 treasure chests at the fountain. So, we're going to go up to the fairy fountain in the pyramid and get those 2 treasure chests. before we do Ganon's Tower. At this point, there's not a lot of items left. So unless it's just, you know, bomb and arrow upgrades or something, there's a decent chance that there might be some items here. And I would really like to have red mail or, you know, that wasn't terrible, I guess. Okay. Got that done. Again, we can't get back to the light world without doing that. Okay. Well, we're gonna try this. So if we had... Okay, I'm actually gonna try and... So if we had, the mirror, we could get up real quick. We don't. So we're gonna take this way, like we did before. See if I can do the clip right this time. There we go. So, it's not perfect, but it does save you one of the up and down cycles there. There's actually another trick you can do with the mirror, where if you try to use the mirror in a cave while you're pushing a block, it will just straight up despawn the block. I'm not sure how that works, but it's a thing that exists in this version of the game, in the Japanese one, 1.0 version. You may have also noticed, I don't know if it's a version exclusive thing or if it's just a general hint, when you use the hook shot, in a lot of areas, it will just let you clip through enemies. You don't take damage. It's a really useful trick for things like, I think you can use it on Moldorm. I know you can use it on Ganon to clip through the fire bats, some of the fire bar enemies, stuff like that. There's some just little nifty tricks with that. Okay, Ganon's Tower. We're gonna go down the right side first. And get these 2 chests. Awesome, that's a good start. Then we're gonna go back up. You can go to the right there, but there are less treasure chests per capita. Our goal here is to get 2 treasure chests, or is to get the big key. As fast as possible. Oops. And as soon as we get the big key, we're good. Now, we don't have the mirror, so we still need to make our way back. Unless we happen to find the mirror. Ugh. We're off to a great start. Not really. Okay. There's 2 of them, otherwise that totally would have worked. Okay, I don't want to use the potion right now because Ganon. Actually, wait, no, I'm gonna be stopping somewhere else first. Let's see how this goes, because I'm not that far into the dungeon. I'd really hate to... Oh, yeah. I'd really hate to have to redo more than I need. And there's still a lot of this dungeon left. Okay. Another cool little trick here. Because of where that peg is, it'll let the enemy bounce off you. My health's too low to risk trying these tricks. Especially the ones that I'm not super familiar with. I don't have a key. I can't keep going. So, I think there is a key right over there, but I don't have a way to cross back over. So, we're gonna save continue. I'm gonna try this way. We're gonna be risky and bold. That's not actually risky or bold, but that's okay. This is one of the things that you can need this Steph's Mario for. At this point, I don't care how much I get beat up in the tower, as long as I continue making progress every time I die. I only have 1 bottle. I don't have a ton of hearts. I don't have the magic powder, which is huge. That wasn't a key. Uh-oh. Crap. Oh, that's... Oh, God. Please tell me I don't need it. That was on purpose, by the way. Oh, God. Do you get the big key right away when you go up here? Or do you need the big key right away when you go up here? We need another small key first, if possible. By the way, I know I don't have the big key, just to be clear. I'm going through here because I'm trying to remember if you can get through without. There. So yeah, I basically need a key. There's a chance that I need to get the boots. And if I need to get the boots before I continue, that's really not pleasant, because I have no idea where they are at this point. They could be anywhere. And, yep, I need the big key over there. I'm trying to remember if there's another small key on the left side that I can get. This is because I said this was a good seed, wasn't it? So, if you can't see what's going on there, there's a small key on a torch there, which means you need the boots to get it. I don't have the boots. Which means that in order to get it, in order to continue through the level, I either need to find a different key, continue exploring, or find the boots. And I'm kind of dreading the idea of the second one being the case. Nope. Well. Okay. I'm trying to think of other spots I can get to easily, safely, and without the mirror. And that's kind of what I'm afraid of right now, is that I'm going to need to go get the mirror, and then that opens up so much. Part of it's also that I did the first half of this so long ago, I don't remember what all I've done. I thought I got the entire Light World overworld, which included most of Death Mountain and a few other things. I'm going to Desert Palace because it's fast. It's something that, especially if I... I have nothing to say. I have no idea how that happened to be the case. How that happened to be just what I needed. I'm gonna just real quick cut across here to see what that is. Hey, the flippers! We're right there all along. Still no mirror, but we're doing much better. Got what we need. Let's do this. That was done. Now I have to dodge Brussels sprouts for longer than I would prefer. Again, I don't have the mirror, so I can't take the easy way up to the cannon's tower. I hate these dudes. I'm still a little shocked that it was literally the first place I checked. That little cave by the Desert Palace is normally one of my overworld trips, but since the Desert Palace wasn't a required dungeon, I just didn't bother. And it looks like I should have checked the desert earlier, a lot earlier. Although, I did get to do the fake flippers trick, which was fun. Okay, back into the fray. Now we go this way. Back where we were before. I can tell I've done this a couple times already because I'm being sloppy. That was way too far. Thought you could do that. Now I'm a little upset. I had what I thought was a neat thing and it didn't work. I am still gonna go ahead and get these chests because I'm pretty sure I need more keys, and I don't have the big key yet. So there's a room over here that serves almost no purpose in a regular playthrough. But has the big key in this instance, apparently. So, awesome. We'll just go ahead and finish where we're at. I'm gonna try another little trick here. I don't know if it'll work. So, right here. Oh well. You can dash and run into this wall and pounce over that portal. I just did not do it correctly. speaking of that little dash trick, now that we've got the boots. Oops. I'm really good at this, if you hadn't noticed. I haven't actually done a lot of these tricks. Like, this is my first attempt at doing them. Okay. Crap. I will get this trick. It will make me happy. There we go. You can skip that whole invisible maze. Bounce over it there. Awesome. While my shooting is terrible, this is another random fun thing you can do with silver arrows. One-shot all of the Armos. Pretty nifty. I am still going to open chests because I need keys, and because there's still a slim chance that I will find something useful in them. By the way, I'm doing the blue potion instead of the fairy or red potion, so I can do magic as well. And that will be really helpful, potentially, as I'm going up the tower. Okay, I'm gonna have to get... You technically only need one key to go to the second half of the tower, I believe? Because there is a spot where you can get a second one later. So we'll try it. Done with it. Okay, so another random trick. Normally when you... Normally when you move against a wall, these guys don't move, but if you have your sword out like this, they do. There. This is the room where that is probably most useful in the entire game. Like, it doesn't come up terribly often. Ugh. I hate these enemies so much. I wish I had the mirror shield so I could just ignore their attacks. Okay. Almost there. Oops, what am I doing? make it slow through here. There we go. Safety. Brain's getting a little fuzzy apparently. Just wasn't sure what I needed there. Okay. We're not dealing with any of this crap. Quarter magic. I've got a potion to refill my magic also. This is referred to as the gauntlet by a lot of the racers that I've seen. One of the other random strategies I've seen for this, which is really neat, is if you catch a golden bee, your bottle comes pre-packaged with an item every time you find a bottle. And it can be a fairy, a bee, or a potion. And if it happens to be a bee, no pun intended, then that whole section right there, you can have that extra stopping power. Okay, let's see if I can get this. Crap. Okay, let's try again. So, if you're not a terrible shot, like I am apparently, you can actually kill these guys with 1 silver arrow each. That was totally the one I was aiming at, yep. Okay, that's enough of that. By the way, if you do decide to try this game as like a race or something, one of the random things that can actually affect you is silver arrows lag the game. Like, straight up. Like you saw there in that Land Wallace fight, silver arrows lag the game horribly. Oops. Okay. I failed at it, but you can actually hit all 3 of those guys with 1 block. If you walk straight down when you walk into the room. Same thing with those guys. You can actually get it all in 1 pass if you're good. I said if. I am not that good at this game. Okay. That's always going to be a big magic pot. Those guys drop a key. There's another key. You don't technically need to open chests at this point. Again, I'm kind of just doing it in case I happen upon another bottle or something useful. There we go. Okay. This is one of the reasons having that extra key is nice. You can literally just skip that room. Okay. Three hits with that sword, or I think 2 with the gold sword. Okay. And we got the block skip there. I think I'm going to go ahead and use the magic potion here, even though it's going to mean I'm going to have to restock before Ganon. I just don't want to get all the way here and then have to redo it. I'm not great at getting multiple hits on this, but we'll do what we can. You still just need like 6 hits, so you could actually kill this guy in like 1 round, or in I think 2. If you get 2 perfect cycles. Okay. So. I'm trying to remember if I actually beat Aghanim in this round or not. I'm tempted to just go straight in. Mostly because I'm going to have to save and quit to get back out. To go restock my potion. I never checked the pyramid item. That means I didn't beat Aghanim, which means that it's going to be a pain to get back here. But it also means that I have another potion. Which means I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead. We're not going to get another magic potion. I've got quarter magic. If I can get the trick with the torches here, I'm good. I'm golden. Ganon just totally used the line from Spaceballs. That is amazing. I don't remember how many hits it takes with the red sword. I think it's like 8. I know it's 6 with the gold sword. Nope, must be more than that. Oh, nope, 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 I'm good. I'm good. This was the other style of bat. Crap, those things hurt. Okay. Okay, so there's a very, very small window there where you can light the left torch before the right torch goes out the first time. And if you do, there we go. If you do, then the right torch never goes out, so you only have to light the left torch, which is nice. You can also shoot Ganon twice in one cycle if you're really quick with the arrows. So, that was the randomizer for A Link to the Past. A winner is me. The text for like Blind and Ganon and that Zelda quote at the end, or the Triforce quote at the end, are all, they have a random database that they go from, and they're all fun, silly little things. I also love the changed text here for the various end sequences. Fellowship of the Ring. Not all of them changed, but there's enough, and there's some fun little things in here. The main thing I'm going to be waiting for at the end here. See, it's not Sahasrara. After these first round of credits, at the very end of it, there is a sequence. There's basically a list of stuff, and it tells you like how many bosses you beat with each version of the sword, and how many chests you actually opened, and you know, how many of the items, how many of the heart pieces you found, stuff like that. So, your face for sale. Some of these actually are customized based on what... Yeah, like blend fungus into bombs. If we had taken the mushroom back to the witch, she gives you bombs. It tells you in the post-game where the stuff you didn't find was, potentially. For a few of them. One of them will also be the Master Sword pedestal, which means you... Boy, so's again. Oh, okay. I don't get that, but that's okay. So yeah, well, I'm gonna let it play out just to get those, just get that ending thing so I can see where I'm at, see what all I did. Oh, they changed it. It used to say Dwarven Breadsmiths. Which I thought was hilarious. Must be random. Or, actually, I wonder if it says swordsmiths like normal, if you, or only if you, yeah, it must be random based on what you find there. Because the piggy bank kid is also, because he gave me money. But yeah, there's a chance that you will have to do all of the, like, if there's an item like, the Moon Pearl at the Master Sword pedestal, you have to go through and get all 3 pendants. Dancing Pickles. The explosions. Sleeps again forever. So it's more bombs. I've never actually seen something useful there, which is good, because that means you have to do 3 more dungeons. Explosions sleep again forever. Okay, so now we go into the regular credits, or into the actual credits instead of the little thing. it has the original staff listed first. They didn't cut that out, which is good. You know, I can appreciate giving them credit still and everything. But then after you get to a certain point in the credits list, it switches to the people who made the randomizer, and then it gives you your stats, basically. I'm just gonna kind of let this roll, because, yeah. I guess this would be a good time to mention. So, I've mentioned a couple times, but I'll just say it again. I really liked this randomizer. I didn't think I was going to. I didn't think I was going to. But I ended up liking it a bit more than the other one. The other one is a good fun challenge, but it requires you to go over everything with a fine-tooth comb. This one, you still have to go through and remember where everything is. You still have to go through and open everything. But you don't have to touch every single screen in order to just get started. There's a much smaller starting pool, and you have to use logic to figure out what you opened up with what you found. So, you know, if you find the hook shot, you need to know where you can go to get more chests. If you found, you know, you need to know, okay, well, if I get the gloves, that means I can go to Death Mountain, which means I can get the item from the old man, and I can get this one cave, but I can't go over to get the rest until later, and etc. It's not like it's, you know... The other one requires you to be a lot more thorough. I can do this one without a map, though. You know, I can actually just sit and play the game and enjoy it. And you get to play around with the items in the game in a way you don't normally. Like, you know, playing around with the cape like I was, or getting the silver arrows for a lot of them. You can see there, I got the sword upgrades right or pretty early, so that's why that's the case. But I got a ton of stuff before I got the boots, obviously, and I never got the mirror. I love that. They have a number of bonks, which is how many times you dash and run into walls, how many times you use the flute, how many screens you moved over, the total rupees you got, how many times you saved and quit, and your total time. Let's see, I had 9 minutes spent, it looks like, there. And total time 240, 239. Not bad. Most of the racers that I was watching get between a 1:30 and 1 hour 30 minutes and 2 hours. Depending on the randomization, obviously. Considering that I didn't actually have the boots, considering that I'm me and not somebody who can do all the crazy tricks, and considering how much time I spent wandering around or trying to do some of the tricks that I'm not actually very good at, I'm pretty happy with that. And honestly, I beat this faster than I did the regular game, I'm pretty sure still. So, and I feel like I did a lot faster on certain of the dungeons as well. So, yeah, that makes me pretty happy. I'll call it there since it is now awkwardly silent with no music. If you enjoyed this, give me a like and subscribe. Please let me know how the sound quality is. I'm trying a new microphone. That's an actual microphone instead of my headset. The sound quality seems like it's a lot better. but it's also kind of sensitive about certain things. Like it's not hooked to my head, so I have to be facing the right way, things like that. And it makes a big difference how far I'm leaning close to it, and I'm not sure how much background noise it's picking up, like my chair, or if I'm touching the keyboard or something. So let me know if there's any suggestions on that, louder, quieter, if you're noticing annoying sounds. I'm hoping this will help clean it up though, since it's got like a background filter and stuff. Um, yeah, like, subscribe, etc. I will probably be doing more of these type of randomizer runs at some point. Otherwise, I'm not sure exactly where I'm going next. I've got my new controller so I can play platformers, and which I just posted that Blaster Master video a little bit ago. And also I've got Soul Blazer and the Quintet games to continue on. But beyond that, I'm currently not in the middle of anything else, so I may be playing around with some other ideas. I've got an RPG or two in mind that I might want to try as well. So, yeah, we'll see where we're at. Now that I've continued talking for several minutes after I said I was going to stop because of the awkward silence, I'll actually stop. Have a good one.